No,
We are live.
we are live.
Good evening. Welcome to our second episode of the Millionaire Ladies Mob. Again, a good MLM. Tonight, you are here with us, and we are going to talk about the steps to becoming financially healthy. With us tonight, we have Leah Sherrod, our healthcare queen. We have Carmen Bernard, our cash value queen. We have myself, tonight's host, Shalonda Kaiser Mitchell, the money queen. And we are missing our counterpart, debt elimination queen, Saran.
Saran,
Saran
She's
Baker.
traveling, but she's with us in heart, right?
Yes. We
Tonight,
wish her
we're going to
safe
dig
travels.
into, I'm sorry, Carmen?
We wish her safe travels.
Yes.
That we do. Tonight, we're going to dig into the steps to becoming financially healthy. We don't want to think of becoming financially healthy as just in finances with your checkbook. There are a lot of things to take into consideration when we're becoming financially healthy. As an accredited financial counselor, as you know, or some of you may not know, maybe you didn't join us last week, but I am an accredited financial counselor. And so a part of my job is to help people who are in crisis to regain financial stability. Whether it's, they've had a fire and have lost their home, or whether it's a hurricane has hit and destroyed their home. A lot of times things that have occurred that they have no control over, which is why we need to be financially healthy, because although those were things we could not control, having an emergency plan is something that we can control.
Yes.
So those are some of the things that we're going to dig into tonight. And again, we're only here for 45 minutes to an hour, so we'll just touch the surface, but all of us are always available. We'll put our calendars links on our page so that you can reach out to us if you do need us outside of our 45-minute time span for when we're here every Thursday night at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, and 5:30 for our West Coasters like Miss Leah, right? So we're going to dig in. Go ahead, Carmen.
Before we dig in, because we don't know who's looking at us, I want us to just take a few minutes just to kind of introduce ourselves and tell people what is that big thing that we do for people, because that's what we are doing. We're in the service of people, and we want people to know. And then, of course, we're sharing and educating and things like that. But I just wanted to take a minute for everyone to kind of introduce themselves, and so that our audience will know who we are. We never know when there's somebody new joining and haven't heard from us, and they're like, well, who are they? What makes them qualified to talk to us about what they're talking to us about? So I wanted to do that. Also, please like and follow each of our pages. Follow our Millionaire Ladies Mob business page. Give us a like. We'll have things sharing there. Give us a subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are live on YouTube as well. And last but not least, join our group where we will have things just for the members of our group. So didn't want to interrupt, but just wanted to kind of like let us all introduce ourselves to our audience so they know who we are.
That's great. Who wants to go first?
Well, I've introduced myself.
Yeah, you did. I'll go first, and then Carmen. So everybody, my name is Aaliyah Sherrod. My Facebook, I go by Aaliyah Phillips Sherrod because I use Phillips because that's my maiden name. And I am all things insurance, but my main passion is health insurance right now because I have been touched by the fact of not really having insurance once. And it was in a time of transition. And I want to make sure when I talk to people, I make sure that you have what you need, insurance coverage. And today, there's really no reason not to have health care. There's no reason. That is what I do on a daily basis. I run an insurance agency, and we do health insurance. We do individual, group, small group, large group. And I absolutely love it. I love what I do. So it's really not a job. It's a love of helping people to make sure that part of the circle of wealth and circle of protection is health insurance. And most people don't think about that when they're doing financial planning or planning their money or retirement. There are things that happen that you really need to know. And that's what I do. So my name is Aaliyah Sherrod. Just tag me. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I do Twitter, but I don't really know how to do Twitter. So I'm on that. So again, I'm Aaliyah Sherrod, and I'm on the West Coast. I'm in Burbank, California. So I'm early. They are really working late. So thank you so much. I love all my team. This is a team we put together because we know each other. And we know our strengths. And so we all have strengths. We all do everything. But the strengths of each one of us are what we're really bringing to this group.
Yes. Welcome. We do have some people that has joined us on YouTube as well as on Facebook. We want to welcome you, Miss C Yang, Mr. or Mr. I'm not sure. But
that's Miss Christina.
She's saying hello to Shay. Welcome. We know that you could be doing anything else, but we want you to reserve 8:30 every Thursday night for us because we know that we have great things to share with you. I am Carmen Bernard. On Facebook, you can find me at Carmen the Great Boss Lady or Carmen Boss Lady Bernard. Guys, I just do some very simple things, and that is to help people to protect their income, to make sure that they have a stream of income that they can never outlive in retirement, and to make sure that they eliminate debt as well as leave a legacy to their family. Create generational wealth that can be passed on. So you can see the little banner going across, take or leave millions to your family. And that's what we do. And this has been happening for generations in many other communities and cultures. And why not us? Why shouldn't we be able to leave millions to our family? I definitely want us to be able to have a conversation about that one of these days. You know, like, I struggle. They need to struggle too. What do I give in the millions for? But we have to change. And so I'm headed right back to the money queen, Miss Shalonda Kaiser Mitchell herself, so she can talk about part of the reason why we say things like, why should I leave money to them? Go ahead.
So Carmen's bringing up my soapbox. One of my pet peeves that Carmen was talking about. Well, they did such a fabulous job introducing themselves. I think I want to reintroduce myself. As Aaliyah Phillips mentioned, I too use my maiden name. I am Shalonda Kaiser Mitchell, the money queen, right? We can't leave out that father's name, right? It's what made us. And so you can call me president, though, because, you know, Kaiser's president, German, Dutch, you know. Hey. Just kidding. But I have a financial services firm, Shalonda Kaiser Mitchell Financial Services, and that's what you'll see me on Facebook. If you don't look up Shalonda Kaiser Mitchell, you'll see Shalonda Kaiser Mitchell Financial Services Firm. You'll see Shalonda Kaiser Mitchell Insurance. They all tie together with our financial services firm because we have a huge service that we have to do in our communities. We have to end, I don't want to use the same cliche term that everyone uses of ending the generational curse. It is true. It is what it is. It's a generational curse. And we do have to do our part to help end it. But there's more to just saying that. You can't just say you want to help end the generational curse without giving people the tools that they need to end generational curses. And it starts with finances. It starts with your finances. It starts with showing your children how to manage their finances. My parents were no way, shape, or form rich or wealthy or even middle class, to be honest. My father was in the military. He was in the Army, and he did a great job. He went from the lower ranks to retiring as a sergeant major in the military. Did great and still makes a decent living now doing it. He's working on his finishing up actually his second retirement. But you know, he did give me little tips here and there. We've always had both parents that worked. There's been plenty of opportunities when both parents worked 2 jobs. A lot of people have the misconception that military families are wealthy, that we make money. They don't. They don't. They're living paycheck to paycheck, just like everyone else. But one thing that he did show me was to always pay yourself first. He didn't necessarily say it like that. That's how we say it these days. Hey, pay yourself first. What he would say is, when you make $1, put away 2. And I've always lived by those standards. Now, did we have, hard times? Did we fall short to where we had depleted savings and things like that? Of course. But when you fall off the horse, it's easier for you to get back on the horse if the foundation was set in the beginning of how to ride the horse. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
When the foundation is set, when the ground is set, when everything is firm, regardless to whether you fall off your path, you can always get back. But you have to have something to fall back on. And here at the Millionaire Ladies Mob, that's what we're going to do. We're going to break down. We're not just going to tell you how to end those generational curses. We're going to break down the steps that it takes to end those generational curses. And it's not always just about finance. It's about having the right health care. Because if you don't have the right health care, you'll go broke paying for the wrong health care. It's about building cash value so that while you're taking care of everything else, you can still put away for wealth. It's about eliminating debt, which Saran will cover with us when she's here quite often. And it's about managing your money. So if you tune into us here at the Millionaire Ladies Mob every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 Central Standard Time, and 5:30 p.m. for our West Coasters, those are some subjects that you'll be able to engage in with us. We freely ask you to engage with us on our Millionaire Ladies Mob Facebook page. There's a lot to say real fast. We have our YouTube stream going, and we just encourage you, and on our personal pages, please engage with us. We would love to answer your questions. Engage with us throughout the week. We'll engage and we'll answer them as well then. But one of the first steps to becoming financially healthy, it's all about mindset, right? Preparing your mind for the journey that you're going to take. When you are going through a stressful financial situation, sometimes it can make you feel ill. It can make you feel sick. You can feel stressed. You can feel discouraged. You can feel drained. And your journey towards becoming financially healthy, to be honest with you, in the very beginning, it can feel the same way. But if you remind yourself of your why, So some of you all that were here with us last week, remember that I gave you some homework. I want to see some comments. I want you to reach out to us on our pages and let us know of what your why is. Why do you do what you do? What gets you up in the morning and keeps you going? And that's going to be the same with your financial journey and that mindset. And as you're building that positive financial mindset, as you're going through this journey of improving your financial health, your why. Why are you doing it? One reason may be that you're drowning in debt, so you have no choice. Another reason may be that it's now out of your hands and you may have an option of having to file bankruptcy or have liens or something negative approaching you. One reason may be that you want more out of life. You don't want as much debt so that you can live freely. And those are all majority negative whys. But if you think of what got you in that financial situation and that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and put some positivity on it, then it won't be such a bad struggle because you'll know that there is a light at the end of that tunnel. Which brings me to one of your first steps in tackling that situation, creating a budget. Knowing where you are financially is going to help you with where you need to go. But you can't know where you need to go if you don't know where you are.
Wow.
And
wow.
For everyone listening tonight, if you would like, you can reach out to me and I will give you a budget.
Oh, wow. I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So, two years ago, people were probably doing, okay. And then COVID hit. How do can you plan for these super emergencies? And then today, gas. How do you plan for that? I want to just let everyone know there are ways that they can probably avert disaster in this time and age. So
there are, and I'm glad that you brought that up, Miss Leah, because I did tell you all last week that I do have a W-2 job, and it is dear to my heart, my job, which is why I still work along, having income to help my husband pay our bills. But I am what they call a disaster coach. Sounds horrible, so I don't like to say it. But what I do is I help people when they are in crisis. A lot of people, I made a post last week because a lot of people were complaining about the gas prices. And I have to catch myself because all day long I listen to stories of people that can't even afford to have a car. And that was the post. That's what I said. Be grateful. Thank your God for the ability to go to the gas pump and pump your gas. Because there are people out there that can't afford the car, can't afford the ticket for the public transportation. One of the big issues that our economy is struggling with right now, that a lot of people are not paying focus to, are that a lot of these victims of the hurricanes and the tornadoes that we've had not long ago are almost out of their government funding. The vouchers that they receive from FEMA are expiring soon. So that leaves those people homeless. It leaves those people without money for their car payments or whatnot. And yes, they are in a horrible situation now. The financial planner in me says you have to plan. Now, had they have had an emergency savings, would they be in the situation that they're in now? Reality is the Hurricane Ida would have still hit. They would have still lost everything. They would still be in a situation to where they don't have a home and they would be in a hotel. However, when the FEMA funds are gone, they would have been able to tap into their reserve with an emergency fund.
I love that. I love that.
Now, I hate to say that because it does sound like, it sounds like a mom. Had you have started an emergency fund, you wouldn't be in this situation. And it sounds cold. And so I don't want to come across as cold in any way. I'm just saying that taking $25 a month and putting it aside, because like you said, 2 years ago, people were in a good situation, a better situation. Were they still living paycheck to paycheck? Yes. But people were getting their nails done. People were paying for their hair. People were going to events, and, we were going to sporting events. We could have put $25 to $30 aside each month, depending on income, to help us in this emergency situation.
Wow.
Now, people may think, what's $25, right, Leah? $25 a month times 12 months is $300, right? It's a start. $300 over 2 years, is only $600. So do what you can. But do you know that I've talked to so many clients today that don't have that? Don't have $600 to their name. I can't Cash App everybody. I got to the point to where I was like, you just want to send people money, but you can't do that, right? You can't do that for everyone.
And Shalonda, I think that is part of the reason why we need to continue doing things like this, because sometimes it does not even occur to people to do it. And people will say, well, I can't do an emergency fund, right? But the reality is,
yes,
they can.
Yes.
They just need to just switch some priorities, because most of those people, you're not going to tell me that you've never gone to a movie. You've never gone to McDonald's. You've never gone, you don't have any streaming or whatever else types of memberships going. You don't have the fanciest of shoes. And sometimes some people do not legitimately have those things, and I am not bashing anybody for that. The thing is that we have to make it conscious, right? It, because depending on how we grew up, you were lucky to have a dad that told you, if you earn 10, put away 2, at least. But a lot of people saw if the person had 10, they spent 10, and that's what they learned. And now, not only that, if you have 10, spend 20. So now you acting like the banks. The bank, for every dollar the bank has, they can spend it 8 times. We really cannot do that. But there are things that we need to kind of educate people on, that having that budget. And like you said, guys, take advantage of getting that budget template today. I also have an emergency fund template that is fun, putting away money that you can get. But inbox us on our Millionaire Ladies Mob page, and we will make sure that we respond to you. If you inbox us your email address, we'll make sure that we respond to you with that. And the more comments that we get, and the more interaction that we get, because all of us are here, we probably love to talk. I know I got those, you talk too much in school or whatever, but we really don't want to talk just to hear ourselves talk. We really want to be able to do something, and we really don't want to be preaching to people about what they should do. And you should do this, as Shalonda said earlier. But we really want to give you the tools to do some of it. And the truth of the matter is that, number one, you've got to pay yourself first. Does paying yourself first just mean the emergency fund? No, it means a lot of things, and we can break that down a little bit. You've got to create a budget, right? Even what she said earlier, mindset, right? You have to have a mindset that says, this is what I'm going to do. And know, as she asked earlier, your why. Why are you going to do it, right? Some people in our youth may never, ever think about, you can't work your whole life.
No, we don't think that way.
You gotta stop. You're gonna have to stop working at some point in time. And guess what?
Whether you want to or not.
Whether you want to or not. And because of technology, we are living longer. So guys, we're living more than a third of our lives in retirement. You know,
Right.
we 65, we're living to 90 and 95 and things like that. What happens if we're just spending right now? What happens then? You know, and so a lot of things, is not that people don't even have money. People have a lot of money, but they're not thinking about those things.
Right.
You gotta start thinking about retirement. I want us to do a series where we talk about women and why this affects women even more, right? Part of it is because we live longer, but insurance, health insurance, life insurance. This week, oh my God, I'm gonna share that another time. But this week, I spoke to a couple of clients where it was like, whew, I did not realize this would happen. A lot of us are younger than our husbands, right? Guys, who's gonna pay for your health care when your husband goes on to Medicare because he's age 65, retired, and has to do Medicare? What happens to you, the younger lady? So that, you know, you're 5 years younger, and healthcare premiums is, you know, in excess of $12,000 a year. And that does not even talk about co-insurance and deductibles and all of those. And that's not even my lane. That is the healthcare queen's lane. But I just happened to come across somebody, and imagine that that's something we have to think about, right? I had the client tell me today that her husband said, well, can't you just try and be healthy for the next year till when you...
Yeah, not gonna work.
And that's when something happens.
That's right. Shalonda, you have a, what did you say that Carmen, you said she has a sheet or something?
Yeah, I have a budget
template.
template.
She has budgets and templates
that I use for my clients. As a matter of fact, one of my clients, Christina, just put a message in the chat. She's actually one of my clients, right?
Wow.
About how I'm helping her to get out of debt. And I just have to say, I applaud her, because sometimes you meet that client that listens to you and does what it takes. Now, my counseling sessions aren't about me just telling them what they need. It's more of, what can you do? You know, she decided to take on an extra job because it was what she needed to do to get where she wanted to be.
So it's kind of personalized.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I customize all of my sessions because I feel like, why would I sit here and tell you what you need to do? You need buy-in. I've learned that. And I have to admit, I did go through a non-traditional way of becoming certified. I went through a 2-year program, and it was geared towards the military soldier.
Oh, okay.
And in the military soldier arena, it's you got to think outside of the box. At any minute, they can be shifted off to deploy, you know, and their spouse home to now handle everything that they didn't handle previously. So you got to be able to, you know, be able to counsel in a different way. My counseling sessions weren't only for the soldier, they were also for the spouse, because whether you want to believe it or not, it is a joint effort with your finances. I don't care if you and the spouse have everything separate. It's still a joint effort. Right. And so I have those different types of templates to engage my clients in different ways, right? I have different spending plans, you know. I offer free consultations. So if you would like a consultation, reach out to me. You can reach out to me at ShalondaKaiserMitchell.com. You can reach out to me on Facebook or through our Millionaire Ladies Mob, because your situation may not just need a basic budget template. Let us know.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Leah, about creating a budget, it may not be ideal. Some people don't know how to plug and play per se, because everything is not a fixed expense. You know, some things are variable. So yes, I do customize my sessions because I have to walk them through that. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for joining us tonight. So a lot of feedback in the comments tonight. I'm loving it.
You know, let me tell you what I just recently did. So about a month or two ago, I said, you know, every time I turn around, I have these little debits, $5.99, $4.99, $6.99, $39.99.
Yeah.
I just started looking and saying, what is this stuff? Half the stuff I never look at. Netflix, I have Netflix and all this stuff. And, you know, it's like, do I ever watch all this stuff? I have the cable is expensive. And so you start thinking about the little things. And I sat down and I started looking at what I was paying. I'm saving over $300 a month just taking all that stuff out that I never did. That's
Oh my goodness.
Hi, Tamara.
But look,
I need a budget.
But look at that. That is what we mean when we say to people that you do have the money. Listen,
Yep.
people do not know where their money is going.
Right.
Most
Right.
people cannot tell you. They know how much money they make. They don't know where that money goes.
That's right.
I have
Right.
clients all the
And-
time that come to me and say that.
Yeah, and you
That
know
same
what?
thing, Carmen.
That $300, right? That you don't look at that Netflix ad, that you don't. My husband said the other day, Netflix has decided.
Yep.
I love this conversation.
Yes.
Netflix has decided that they are going to try to charge household members, families who let their other members of their household use their Netflix, right?
Right.
Yeah.
First of all, Netflix has raised their prices over
Yes,
the
they
past
do.
couple years so much. So I don't even understand why they have to get so much more money. So you're telling me now I can't go over to my son's house if I want to and watch my Netflix that I'm paying them for, which is supposed to be personalized to me. So, you know, here's another trick. 1 month, choose what you're gonna watch it, look at everything, and turn off Netflix for the next month.
No, here's the trick that I tell my people.
Here.
And I'm not gonna advertise any brands because ain't nobody giving us money for sponsorship.
That's for sure. That's for sure. This streaming company, thank you for reminding me of that. But
Until they start paying for our sponsorships, that we
Okay.
will shout out their
I'll
network.
have to
But
remember
let me
that.
tell you,
but look, they will not listen. They won't pay us for what we just said. But I'm gonna tell you what. N-word. You can call us if you want some advice. If you want us to give our clients some advice about how to keep using. Because for me, I'm saying we should just turn off the whole Netflix. Turn the whole thing off.
So when I tell y'all, I'm a crazy, they used to make fun of me at my job because I'm the type of counselor that before I go and offer something to a soldier or to a client, I'm going to do it myself.
Okay.
Funny story really quick, and then we'll get back. But I had a client that told me that he can't afford the groceries at the commissary. He has to go off post and get his groceries. Now, mind you, the big W that has monopolized and taken over everything was like $2 and $3 more, sometimes $5 and $6 more than the prices at the commissary. Now we do tell our soldiers, buy your meats and the produce at the commissary and then buy your canned goods and toiletries and things like that off post because it's cheaper. So I got the ads. I used to coupon. I got the ads and I told him, bring me a grocery list. And I found his groceries for him and showed him where the differences in prices were.
Wow.
When I tell you, I saved him $350 per month. It was like $337 and some change per month because he was spending $600 to $700 a month in groceries. A family pack of chicken. Well, back when we could find chicken and there wasn't a chicken shortage. And if you don't believe me that there's a chicken shortage right now, Google it. There's a chicken shortage.
Really?
But a family pack of chicken at the commissary. And for those of you that don't know what the commissary is, it's a place where as military you can, military you can go when, you know, it's designated for you. That's where we do our shopping, groceries. There, a family pack of chicken, probably $5. It's equivalent to like the big S or the big C discounted plan, but you don't pay for the membership. Over at the Big W, you're looking at $13 or $14.
Wow.
Prior to COVID.
Wow.
So he was able to cut his savings significantly. But I did that to my family first.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
I ran the test.
Find the money.
I found the money, ran the test, and then went and told them about it.
Yeah, we can find the money. Look, like we tell you, we will get you out of debt in 9 years or less without spending any more money than you're already spending.
Right.
And if you don't
We're
believe
gonna
us,
show you how
try
to
us.
redirect those dollars.
Tell them if they don't believe us, try us.
Try it. Right, because we're going to show you how to redirect those dollars. You know, back in the 80s, there was the movie with Tom Cruise, Show Me the Money. I think that's what it is. Well, we can find you the money. And we will find you the money. But, you know, we talked a little bit about mindset. We talked a little bit about budgeting. What was our next step?
Well, once you set your mind right and all the haters are coming to you and they're like, you're never going to save any money or whatever, and you're sticking to your budget, you have to trust the process. You have to know that following that process is going to get you to that Golden Gate Bridge, right? Well, no, you're not going to die. Don't say that. But it's going to get you to, you don't want to say the light at the end of the tunnel either.
Wait, no, I thought that was the pearly gates.
The pearly gates. There you go.
You can go to the Golden Gates. It's the pearly gates. Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die.
Well, but if you do die, you could leave your family millions. But we can show you that too. That's a different segment. But once you start to trust the process, you know, and the way you trust your process is that you need to have milestones. You need to have checks and balances. So once you set your goal, which you'll do in the budgeting phase, you'll say, you know, in 6 months, how far have I gotten? What have I saved? And the way you do that is by writing everything down, keeping track. We're digital now. I have digital budgets. I have paper budgets. Whatever works for you, I got. I had a client bring me a budget on a napkin once, and I worked with it. Because you start where you are.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
But following that process, trust the process. Your homegirls call you and they say, hey, let's go out to dinner. What's your next statement going to be?
Let me look at my budget.
Nope. You paying. You invited me. You're paying.
Oh, that's a good one.
Not let me look at my budget because we already set your budget.
Oh, okay.
It's your paying. And then when they say, well, why? I'm rearranging my finances, you know, and that opens up. People are not as embarrassed, I'm finding, as they used to be about rearranging their finances, about setting a financial standard, you know. And if you have those friends that are judging you for saving money, are they your friends?
Right. There you go. There you go.
So here at the Millionaire Ladies Mob, we are here every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, 5:30 p.m. for our West Coasters. And we're going to give you tips each week on different things towards healthcare, different things towards cash value. Tonight, we're talking about financially becoming healthy with Shalonda Kaiser Mitchell, the Money Queen. So stick with us. and we'll keep you on the right financial path.
Right.
And you know what I wanted to say? Wait, go ahead,
No,
Aaliyah.
no, I was just going into the next one. So go ahead, Aaliyah.
Don't forget Saran.
Yes, we are missing our Saran. She's supposed to try to join us, whether it's in between. If she had thing on the plane, she probably would have joined us. But I think, someone commented that budgeting is so important, but it's not always easy to follow the budget.
That's right.
And I 100% agree with you, Tamara, and thank you for your comment. And I recently had a client that I'm coaching at 60-something years old realized that, oh my God, I am about to retire. And I don't want to. She has this consciousness about her that I don't want to die with this debt. Matter of fact, this debt is killing me because I'm thinking about it all of the time, right?
She got to change that mindset.
No, but because she has to pay it, Some people is like, oh, well, I don't care. I'm not going to pay it. I'm going to find another way to defer it. She didn't. That's not her. And what we were able to do with her, in addition, she already had a budget, but she also was not using all of her dollars efficiently. And that's what we can help do. Okay. Some of our people that are looking at us right now, they may already have a budget. They have 10, 15, 12, 15, $18,000 sitting in a bank account. Oh. And with a bank account giving you less than 0.25% interest, ladies and gentlemen, you are losing your money every single day in the banks.
What is the bank doing with it?
Yes, we need to move that money. We need to redirect that money to somewhere where it can work for you, where it is not sitting unemployed. And for instance, this particular client did have money sitting in the bank. Let me give you this is why I know I am making a difference in this world today. Because as I showed her how to move some of that money into a vehicle that would give her guaranteed growth at about the rate of inflation prior to COVID. Prior to COVID, right? But even that, right? Whatever it is now, it's still
7.93%.
Yeah, it's way better. Even that, it's way better than what you're getting in the bank. But we were able to redirect her funds to this place where it can grow uninterrupted compounding. Yeah. But we then put it there and started paying down her debt. So y'all listen to this really, really good. Listen to this. The money is sitting earning, yet still the same money is paying down her debt without that money going down. It's still sitting earning as if it was the same exact amount that she had there. That's the kind of vehicles that we have to help you. That's what we're talking about when I dubbed myself the cash value queen. Wow. So here is what the point I was trying to make is that client said to me, what am I going to do with this money when I'm finished paying this debt? That's how you change mindsets, because now she knows that you don't pay off a debt and then go spend again. She knows now that I need to put that money somewhere where it will work for her. And
I love it.
She never had that kind of epiphany before. And she is 60-something, but guess what? Now she is thinking that the way she should think. We pay off that. We might have our car. We are paying $600 a month on our car. We pay off our car, and then what do we do with that $600 after we finish paying that car off? Right? That's that cycle, that debt cycle, that
snowball.
Not understanding how money works cycle, where you get it in, it doesn't grow for you, and it goes right back out into the wealthy people's hands.
Right.
So those are the things that, that we're doing, which is helping people to truly understand how money works and how to make money work for them. And with that, I yield the mic back over to you guys so you can tell us what was the next mind step, because we have to start
You actually
down a little bit.
Almost an
You
hour.
actually segue right into it, Carmen.
Wonderful.
The next step after you have created your spending plan, well, first you fixed your mindset.
Right.
You created that spending plan. You're trusting the system. You're knocking those haters away. Now you got to visualize your next steps, that you're capable of achieving that goal. And she did that. She knew that she said, she assumed the ownership when she said, well, what am I going to do next with this money? She already knew that she was going to meet that goal. She already knew it. She didn't second guess it. She trusted your system. She went through with it. She's figuring out how to pay down that debt, right? And now she's like, what's next?
Wow.
I'm ready for it.
Exactly what she said. And we have already identified the next, even though the money's not there yet. We've identified where we can put it to work even more for her. And
Wow.
in this particular case, because we didn't have the vehicle right then, guess what we did? We created one. We created one to be able to protect her, though it will be there when she gets there. So, sometimes we're like, when this happens, then I'm gonna do this, right? Let me tell you about that kind of philosophy. I'm saving money in the bank. I'm saving my money. And when I get to 20,000, I'm going to get a down payment. Guess what? When you get to your 20,000, the down payment is now 40,000.
Yes.
When I'm finished paying off my debt, I'm going to start saving, or I'm going to start doing something. Guess what? When that is finished, something else comes in place. Now I am ill and I cannot work. Now that I spent the money doing whatever, I paid off the debt, everything is gone because we didn't put it in a vehicle to work for us, put it somewhere where it can work. Now you are ill, and now you cannot use that vehicle anymore or something.
Right.
And even in those cases, guess what? We are the Millionaire Ladies Mob. We can do some magic tricks to show you how you can still be in control.
Strategies. She's not tricking you.
How
Strategy.
you can still be in control even if something happened. But you cannot know if you do not connect with us.
That is correct.
So yes, we are almost down to the bottom of the hour, but let's get some of the stuff a little bit more in. I am sure that people are enjoying.
After you said it, like, we're the Millionaire Ladies Mob. The next step, after you've done everything that we've instructed you to do this evening and you still need help, expert opportunities. Reach out to your experts, because there's skills that we have that you may not have thought about. And when you're going through a financial struggle, you shouldn't go through it alone. It's personal, right? You don't want to go tell everybody. You don't just go scream, hey, my account's overdrawn, right? You need somebody to talk to. We all have a fiduciary responsibility to make sure that everything you talk to us about is confidential. It stays between us. Now, will you become a case study one day? No, but you will become a testimony, because you're going to want to go and tell everybody, like Christina has done here tonight, your positive change. Right. That's what we're here for. Expert advice. You gain a better financial understanding of your situation, because sometimes you may have a problem that you haven't uncovered. And that's what we do. We look at the entire picture and we say, no, your problem is not overspending. Your problem is that you don't make enough money. You might need to go out and get you a side hustle or get you a part-time job. Here's the differences. What do you like to do? Those are the type of conversations that you can have with an expert. You also have that financial relationship support by having an expert. We're going to be your counselor. You're going to tell us your problem, and we've created a relationship, so we're going to support you all in one. And then you develop knowledge and skills from us that you can't get from any old ordinary person.
Right.
But now you have to be careful, because there are some money chasers out there. There are some people out there that say that they can repair credit, that say that they can fix your finances, that say that they can offer you the best life insurance solution, that say that they can give you health care with no deductibles. And they possibly can, but then what are the fees on everything else that you're going to get with that plan? So what I'm saying is, make sure that you research your expert. Make sure that they're easily available for you to research them. Google me. You'll get everything you need, right? We're open. Most experts that are really out to do you well are open and honest about their experiences and their education and their knowledge and what makes them the professional to be able to help you.
And the next thing is they got to get started. Whatever age you are, get started.
Yes, definitely. And and one of the other things are, be careful of people's motives. If someone has one thing, the best way, the one thing, run from them. We all have so many different situations. How is one thing going to fix it? One thing. There is no the best way. They may be an optimal way, but not a best way, especially when the best way is the only thing that they're providing. That's the only thing they have. So they take your situation and they have this round box and they kind of try to chip around your situation to make it fit in that round box, when you're a triangle, or a square, and it can't fit. And so run from those people. So when you have somebody that not only that we don't have all of the answers, but you know what we have? We have a community of queens together that have their various strengths. Aaliyah said earlier, right? We have one of my clients called me yesterday and she said, hey, I've been getting all these calls and they're telling me, I qualify for such and such, right? I said, you already have that on your plan. Right? I said, you already have that on your plan. But one of the things also that I like today when I was counseling with another one, I said, I'm going to caution you that if somebody calls you and tells you this right here, you're paying $49. You need to get this one here because it's $0. Do not just jump to that $0 because you don't realize, in this case, we were talking about a Medicare plan. And we all three on here actually do Medicare as well. But that what you need to understand was on this zero plan, it didn't cover all your medications. And one of your medications costs $2,000 a month. So would you rather to pay $2,000 a month for your zero plan, or would you rather to pay $49 a month so that your $2,000 a month medication is covered? So the grass is not always greener, and you have to know what else you're paying for, right? The client that I had the other day that made me start thinking that women have to think in different ways about their health insurance, their life insurance, their everything, because this particular one, because they're high income earners, the plan like one of the plans that you would find under the Affordable Care Act, they don't qualify for any credits, so they would have to pay that $1,800, $1,000 a month, right? Definitely greater than $600 a month. And they're like, well, that's super expensive. I used to pay. You had group insurance. The the company was paying for
The
most.
employer paid it.
And
Yep.
I'm going to tell you right now that $600 is not that expensive if you're 60 years old. It's like you got to expect to pay $10 per year, per age, per year, you know. But so if you're paying $600 and something, that's actually okay, and that's for a
good.
man. You know what I mean? So that's not really that expensive. So you say, well, I'm gonna go get a private plan for three something. Go right ahead. But then when you try to go to the doctor and they tell you, oh, you can't go, this don't cover that. Or when you try to go to the doctor and they said, oh,
Carmen is frozen.
Man, and I wanted to hear what she was going to say next.
Me too.
But that's why it's so important to know your expert and trust your expert, because your expert is going to customize your package for you. We take time with our clients. We dig into our clients' needs. We can be reached on our Millionaire Ladies Mob webpage, our Facebook page, our YouTube page. Whatever you need, please reach out, because we're here to customize those plans for you. Right, Leah?
That is right. And you know, just going back to your budget, and oh my goodness, she's gone. But because, you know, we talked about budget and you had talked to me about that, and I found this money, things that I'm going to do with that extra money are going to benefit my family, not me.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
so there's so many things that we can do. There's the cash value queen, there's the money queen, the healthcare queen, and we have what is Saran?
The debt elimination queen.
Debt elimination. That's something new to me too, because before I came involved with Carmen and you and Saran, I had not heard of those strategies before.
You know, it's a hard job, but that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to reach our communities to let them know that there are so many different strategies other than getting your money into your bank account and then going and withdrawing it.
Yes.
We want to show people that there's so much more. Your money can reach so much further if you know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Let us show you what to do with it. We're coming up on the top of the hour. On an hour. And I just want to let you know how much fun it is for us to engage with you and give you all of our knowledge and our skills every Thursday night at 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, 5:30 for our West Coasters.
Yes.
On the Millionaire Ladies Mob page on Facebook, or our YouTube channel.
There she is.
She's excited to join us.
There she goes again. But you know what? That's technology. I was on a call last night, and or the night before last. They had that hurricane in New Orleans.
Yes.
You're back, Carmen. We can't hear you now.
I'm scared to speak.
We were gonna wrap it up.
We were wrapping it up.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we should begin to definitely wrap it up. Actually, we should have only 2 minutes more on air, to be honest with you.
We wrapped it up, Carmen.
I don't even know where I stopped, but
it's okay. I jumped in where you left off and we wrapped it up.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. I love having you guys there to help us. But basically, yeah, just connect with us here at the Millionaire Ladies Mob. It is so much fun. These ladies, it's so great. Listen, we're in for a treat next week because Aaliyah and I are going to be together.
I'm going to be in Atlanta.
Aaliyah and I are going to be together on the live. We got to figure out where we're going to go live or whatever we're going to do. But we're going to be together on the live next Thursday. So we have a class next Thursday, a conference or something next Thursday, and we'll be out by 3, so we'll be able to do it. Yes. We're gonna miss you, Shalonda, and Sarin, but guess what? We'll be joining here live again next Thursday, as we always do. This was so much fun again tonight, and believe you me, we have just barely scratched the surface. I know what I was saying. The short-term plan, when you don't know if they're going to then turn around and say, well, that shoulder, that elbow, or the shoulder, I don't know how the shoulder, knees, and toes, that elbow is related to some pain you complained about back 3 years ago. And so it's pre-existing, so we're not paying for it. Meanwhile, your that option under your Affordable Care Act does not include any pre-existing things. So we as women have to think about all of those things. Life is great and rosy right now because I'm covered under my husband's plan. I'm 5 years younger than my husband. What happened to the darn 5 years that I'm going to have to pay for my own health insurance? I'm going to have to think about that now rather than when I get there and I'm surprised. And so that's why people like us are there to show you those things that would never even cross your mind.
Absolutely.
And so we're there to show you those things that are waiting to jump out at you, right? We can get the boogies away. We're the boogie queens. We can get them away.
She's given us so many different names. But hey, if you want to learn how to leave millions to your family, if you want to learn how to budget on your own, if you want to learn how to trust the process, reach out to us. We are the Millionaire Ladies Mob, and we are here every Thursday evening at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's been a pleasure. Good night.
Yes, thank you guys. Thank you for spending this time with us. Bye-bye.